We've all seen them, those overexcited parents who can't help but yelling across the field. They're arguing with coaches, yelling at the officials, and even engaging the players on the field. In this video, I'll give you 3 tips to help you control your raging parents. This is Coach D, and this is Champ Chatz TV. Music! Welcome to Champ Chatz TV, channel dedicated to youth sports. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the bell because you definitely don't want to miss any videos that we put out. So you need some help controlling your raging parents? Well, you're in the right place. Let's jump right into it. Let's go. Tip number 1. What you want to do is have a parent meeting. Do it from your first practice of the season. All the parents are going to be there anyway. What you want to do is you want to make sure you set the right level of expectation for your parents. Let them know how you expect them to act during a game. My number 1 rule, and the first thing I say to my parents, is that there's no coaching from the stands. I got this. No need for extra coaches from the stands. Rule number 1. Now, I know some of you are not as bold. So for my soft-spoken coaches, what you want to do is you want to make sure you get yourself one of these and emphasize your words. No coaching from the stands. Now, for my fellow coaches who don't play a sport that requires a bat, let's say you play basketball or maybe some tennis with the bug zapper. No worries. What you want to do is get rid of those things and get yourself one of these and emphasize your words. No coaching from the stands. Tip number 2, maintain control. Now, during a game, you may still have a parent that just can't help themselves, just going off, yelling at the ump. Now, I coach softball, so my parents sit right behind home plate. So anything they say, everybody can hear it. So what I do is if I have a parent that's raging, bad calls, or anything like that, is I simply come out of the dugout, go over to the bleachers where they're sitting, and simply let them know, I got it. Thank you. But I got it. Nice and simple, stern, but the message is clear. Now, for my soft-spoken coaches, your approach is going to be a little bit different. So what I would suggest is you come out of the dugout, but go to the closest parent to you and let them know, please pass this message to Billy's dad and let him know there's no coaching from the stands. And then you go back in the dugout and you wait and you watch as that message gets passed from parent to parent. And then finally, when it gets to Billy's dad, you hit him with the look. Here we go. And then you remind them tip number 3. So now you've exhausted tip number 1 already. You've used up tip number 2. And here we are at tip number 3. So now you have a parent that's just out of control. Can't help themselves, yelling at everybody, wanting to fight at every park and tournament. Nothing's ever good enough. At this point, the tip is, let him go. Cut him. It's over. Sayonara. Bye-bye. Because the last thing you want for you or your team is a bad reputation, especially if you plan to do tournaments where you may have scouts there. The last thing you want is for a scout to be like, that's that team and that's that coach, the Rowdies. You don't want it. Cut them off. Now, for my soft-spoken coaches, it may be harder for you to let somebody go. So I'm going to give you the approach that you can use. What you want to do is change the schedule on them. Cancel practices without letting them know. Stop texting updates. Kill the schedule online. Just don't give them no more updates. Got it? Now these tips work for me because I'm an A1 all-star coach, but they may not work for everybody. Please share how you control your raging parents below in the comment section. Look forward to reading them. I hope you found this video useful. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And remember, effort trumps wins. It just so happens when you give your best effort, you win more than you lose. Boom.